Orion Talmay is a life transformation coach, fitness expert, and speaker. She works with fun, smart, successful women and helps them live the life they deserve in a body they love. Her coaching programs are designed to unlock one's blocks and unleash one's best self. Orion's method is a holistic approach to wellness, working with the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects to create total transformation. The system breaks down through the barriers of the subconscious mind through NLP and hypnotic techniques. Welcome, Orion.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How are you?
I am great, and I know people are probably interested in NLP and not knowing exactly what it is, and they might also be a little bit trepidatious about hypnosis. So we'll get into some of those things. But I guess the most important thing, because we're talking about living in a much more free and wonderful life, what are some of the biggest problems that face single women today?
Well, single women today are, they get mixed messages about who they are supposed to be in the world. They try to be more like their male friends. They try to be strong and prove that they're strong. And sometimes for a strong, independent woman, it's really hard to find a good relationship. And they go on dates and they look good and they smell good and they feel good, and yet it doesn't stick. And they feel like they're wasting their time, and it feels very frustrating. Another thing is that a strong, independent woman is afraid of giving up her dreams. She doesn't want to go into a relationship and feel like she has to be that small woman in the kitchen, baking and cooking all day long.
I
And
can't believe that still goes on, Orion. That was part of my generation, but I was very fortunate. I mean, I had a husband who was so progressive, and it was very unusual in that day and time, because, um, I mean, at this point in his life, he would be in his 80s if he were still alive. But, he was just whatever you want to do is fine with me. So I cannot believe that men, who many have been raised by women who work, still want that little girl at home. I mean, is
um,
that really true?
not for all men, but for men that were raised in under a very protective mom. That some moms like after the age of 5, Dr. Pat Allen says that you should be connected to who you really are um and 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 find your identity as a woman rather than a parent. Because when after the age of 5, the kids are already pretty much on a certain level independent. They can do stuff, and so a lot of women go into motherhood, wanting to be the best mom, and they stay with that identity of mom for the rest of their life. They forget to be a woman. So a lot of men that are raised under a very protective mom, they expect their woman to be like their mom and do a lot of things for them. And so that still happens today in some occasions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so do you believe in the law of attraction?
Yeah, I do believe in the law of attraction, and I believe that like attract like, and our vibration is very very important. So if a woman wants to attract the man of her dream, she needs to be in a place of self love and self appreciation, and so love will attract more love.
So how does your mind affect your body?
Your mind is actually um, it's not only in your brain, it's in every cell of your body. And so your focus, your physiology, and your language um, affects everything that happens in your life, and they are connected together. What you think is what's going to happen. Your thoughts affect your reality, and what you focus on um, is affecting your emotions. It's affecting your health. It's affecting everything in your life.
I agree with you. I mean, I happen to think the mind has a lot of effect on everything. So, how do we condition our mind and our body to be successful?
Um, Again, it goes to language, focus, and physiology. You can condition your body to success just by even um, changing your posture. If you think about a sad person, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world, they have the same physiology where their head is down and their shoulder is down. And sometimes just by changing that part of your body and standing straight or getting into a kind of like a superwoman position, you can really affect your mind. You can condition your mind to success just by having your chin up a little bit higher. You can condition your mind for success every morning when you wake up and you go into movement, you go into a meditation, and you can say affirmation or incantation that will go into that part, that reptilian brain of your mind, and tell it that you are strong and you are powerful and you are successful. And you know how when you say a lie over and over again, you start believing it? Then why not saying a good lie and starting to believe it? Because we have sometimes horrible conversation, whether it's an internal talk or an external talk, the things that we say to ourselves or the things that we say for others. And that part, that lizard brain, that reptilian brain, hears it over and over again. And then if you say to yourself, I'm not good enough, even when you wake up in the morning and you feel good enough, because you conditioned your mind to that saying, I'm not good enough, it will come back to haunt you. So when you say, I am good enough, I am powerful, I am successful, over and over again in the internal and external conversation, you definitely condition your mind for success that way.
So, what are some of the NLP and hypnotic techniques that you use to achieve that with your clients?
Um, okay, first of all, disclaimer: I'm not a certified hypnotherapist, even though I learned a lot. I've been around the world. I I I've studied from the best people, and I probably invested about $250,000 in my education. So I am not certified, but I did learn from the best people when it comes to hypnosis. So when I work with my clients, I get them onto a meditative hypnotic process where they go deep into the subconscious mind, and then in a trance-like state, um, I will kind of like insert affirmations and some good beliefs, and that will help them break through, because some things are, you can think in your conscious mind, yes, I want to change it, but if there is a belief that is stuck in the subconscious mind, it's going to be very, very hard to break that pattern. So, and they actually they did a study that showed that hypnosis, 6 hours of hypnosis, is actually got the same benefits as 900 hours of conventional therapy. So
Wow.
yeah, so I definitely, if you want to, I'm not talking about myself, but if some people have some phobias or really deep issues, hypnosis can definitely help them. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. Is how to program your mind through language. It does use Ericksonian hypnosis. It does use a hypnotic technique, but for example, a pattern interrupt through NLP that some people can do is, for example, you're in the middle of a fight and you go and it's probably the same fight over and over again, maybe a different place, maybe a different situation, maybe sometimes with a different person, but it's the same fight and it's the same pattern that you're repeating. It's the same words. You hear yourself saying the same words. Go to the bathroom and just wash your face. Humor is a good pattern interrupt. You can all of a sudden go down and jump or say something silly or do push-ups, something that where the other person will look at you like you're crazy, and you guys can start laughing, and that can break the pattern. Stuff like that can be really good pattern interrupts, for example. And there are a
Wow.
lot of NLP
Yeah.
techniques like
Yeah. Well, I know NLP is a really phenomenal way of getting people to move over to your side, and not in a bad way, but to find a more common meaning between you. I mean, it's a very effective communication technique.
yeah, for example, you can say an embedded command is a command that happens in the middle of a sentence, and you can say it in a different tone. And because of the way you say it, people will not hear it on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level. For example, um, somebody wants to do something, but and you want somebody to do something, and you want them to do it now. So you say, how about now is a good time to do it? um,
Hmm.
um, the President Obama, a lot of very powerful speakers do use NLP because this is the language of influence. Just by saying the words in a different order and in a different way, you can have your brain hear something uh, on the subconscious level.
Well, now you also, because you are a fitness expert, and we've talked about the mind. Now let's talk about the body. I am a big believer in nutritional supplements. I take a lot of them.
What do you
What
take?
type? If you name it, I probably take it. But let's see what you recommend first, and then I'll tell you if I take it. So go ahead. What type of nutrition supplements do you recommend?
Okay, so let's start with actually brain nutrition. Our brains are very important, and we want to keep them sharp and on edge. Some brain nutrition can be coconut oil. Coconut oil is incredible for brain.
I don't take
And
coconut oil, so. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
I have absolutely no idea what had just happened. She's
Oh
still
my
connected
God!
with us.
Wow.
12, 13,
Unbelievable
12,
today.
16, 12, 16. Well, what's this thing they're talking about? There was a storm somewhere?
Oh yeah, there's big storms all the way up the Northeast and
I
in
didn't know that.
Oklahoma, and I don't know where she is. 608. I'll have to check and see where that is. Let me see. God, I don't know. Let me see where 608 is.
Let's see if we can disconnect. Yeah, this is... I'll disconnect her and try her back again.
Oh, she's up in Wisconsin.
hello, can you hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you
what
now.
happened? Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Did,
I didn't touch anything.
and you didn't move, right?
No, I didn't move.
Okay. We've had people walking around today, and it's not been working very well. Okay, so let's start off with the nutrition. I'll ask you again.
1307. Okay.
Ready? Okay. Um, well, Orion, I know that you're very big on supplements, and I take a lot of them. Um, and so I'm just curious as to the type of nutrition supplements you recommend. Can you tell us what you recommend?
Absolutely. For brain nutrition, for people that want to keep their brain sharp, coconut oil is amazing. It's actually been proven to help maintain Alzheimer patients' conditions and even prevent it on a certain level. There is an amazing book called the Miracle Oil or Coconut Miracle, something like that, that talks about the benefit. It's good for your body. It's good for your skin. It's even good for your hair.
So
Uh,
are we talking about this as a pill or as something you apply to your body?
we're talking about pure organic coconut oil that you take a spoon of.
Ah,
Uh,
okay,
you
okay.
can. My friend who's a bodybuilder and was Mr. California at one point. He takes 2 spoons of coconut oil every day because it contains CLA that helps breaks the fat. If you want to go into biohacking and get an even higher quality and more concentrated quality, you can take brain octane oil from Bulletproof, which is 18 times stronger than coconut oil. Just one thing, when you start taking those oils, start on a lower quantity because it can upset your stomach if your body is not used to it. But it's excellent both for your body and both for your mind. Another I mean, the best supplement is just eating plain fruits and